So we got the A7 IV and the EV what?
ZVE1.
Oh, ZVE1.
ZVE1. Yes.
My bad. You know, I'm in the EV class because I'm poor.
We're all whores.
I clearly said poor, but yes, horse too. I'm Chad Rees, and this is Chad Rees Art. All right, so today we are doing a tattoo of Gambit from the X-Men. I am gonna show you my process of making a stencil. And it can be fairly easy or it can be fairly difficult. So we're gonna find out which way it's gonna be today. I like to use Ghost Line. It has a subscription fee monthly, not very much, but still kind of weird. I feel it needs a lot of work, but we'll get into that another time. I have the photo right here. This is the version he sent me. As we can see already, it is a little bit pixelated, lower resolution, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna see how well it transfers. We're gonna upscale it. I still have no idea what that means, but I use the button anyway.
Upscaling a photo means increasing its fucking resolution and size, often using AI.
And we're gonna load it into Ghost Line. Ghost Line turns everything, grayscale. You can change it back to color scale. We're gonna go in and I use Sharpen, and it's a fucking mess. Hooray! Yay, yay. I'll do a little bit of sharpening, and then we'll go over to the stencil, and it's still a mess. Let's try on original. No bueno. Outline. Oh, I think that looks like a good stencil, Rose. Does that look like a good stencil?
It looks beautiful, Chadley.
No,
Absolutely.
It is not a good stencil whatsoever. So this is the issue you run sometimes on this particular app and other stenciling apps. The image just doesn't work. So I went to the holy site, Pinterest, and found another version of the artwork. I don't know if it's uploaded by the creator or not. This is the full version, but the problem is it's also, even though it's the full picture, it is lower in pixels. I don't know how good the resolution is. It is a JPEG. It's already auto upscaling, so that is a bad sign already. Let's see how it goes. See, this is very, very dark. Even though we're not doing this part of the tattoo, it's not picking up all the tones. We'll go in and sharpen, and I'm kind of running into the same issues. This is slightly better. I still don't like it for myself. It's just, there's too much nonsense going on here and here. I know where this part of the face falls, but like, I'm not doing this whole thing, but like, if you had another picture and this part of the face was missing, it would get lost while you're tattooing. His collar is kind of blending into his face. His hair is very erratic. So we're just gonna go ahead and chuck that off. And we are gonna go to one of the few apps I use. I primarily use Procreate for my tattooing stuff. New shirt coming out soon. I use Procreate, I use screen size, really good resolution, DPI, all that stuff. We're gonna go in, grab the photo. We'll see how this one cleans up when I enlarge it. There we go. I'll stencil more than I need, and I'm just gonna cram it in. He's getting it on the in his upper arm. He started his sleeve like about almost 10 years ago. We're gonna finish off with the focus of his eyes. Shows all his colors, his kinetic energy, all the good shit. So, create that its own layer. I go through here, I go in, and I tone it down, my opacity down to about 70%. New layer, always remember to do a new layer. I know there's tricks to fixing it if you draw on the same layer, but I never bother to listen. I just do my thing here. So I go in, we go with the inking. I usually use the technical pen. I have it slightly modified. I just turned everything fucking down. I don't know if that's the actual stock settings, but I remember I turn everything down on this. So has nice good flow, good pressure sensitivity. We are good to go. Now, the only thing is I use a bright color. There's a lot of pinks, purples, and reds, so I'm gonna use something opposing and go into like nuclear green here. Will look really good, it'll be really easy to read off of that. And you kind of just go in and start making your lines. Now, I only keep information that I absolutely need. How spaced out the bottom of the eyelid is, just kind of some track marks for where the eyelashes are gonna be, Very important one is eye shape. You want to make sure you get that eye shape. It'll be a little bit tricky on him due to black sclera instead of white sclera colors. I believe it's called sclera. I could be wrong. Grab a highlight, grab the overall iris shape, hold, snap it into place. Make sure you get that tear duct in there, lower lid shape. If you were doing more of the whole portrait, I would keep it very minimal. Shape of the nose, shape of where the shadow ends, and shape where the highlight is. I would not go in and do all of this. This is, maybe I would grab this shadow, the necessary information, shadow over the nostrils. You want to get that little U under the lip because nose tip to lip shape and distance is very important for how a person looks. So, but I personally don't grab all this nonsense. I don't grab all of this stuff. I don't do any of that. I grab the basic, most important information I can to make sure my stuff is right. I'm gonna go ahead and make this stencil, and then I'll let you know what it looks like here in a few minutes. So I'm just about done getting all the information I need. This is pretty much the area we're working with, the band and his eyes. And then we have some background from the rest of his sleeve to kind of blend it into. So that's it. I keep it very simple. That way my stencil sticks and I kind of just read the information as I'm looking at this particular picture. We'll be good to go. It's not overcomplicated. It doesn't get smudged. You don't get lost. You don't, you know, it's like, oh shit, I meant to do this skin tone here on this side, not this side. And, you know, then your whole tattoo is just kind of messed up. But I go over here, just hue, you know, desaturate it, tone it down. There we go. Simple as that, black stencil. I will send it as a PNG just to save the image. Go back to Ghostline, load up my file, go to print, whatever orientation I need. I'm pretty much good to go. Now, I am tattooing an Asian guy, one of those Asian creatures. He's the cameraman also, so he'll probably hit me with something.
That's disgusting.
I'm gonna go probably right about, I'm gonna do 8.5. My focus, like I said, is the eyes, so whatever all this good stuff, that if it gets cut off, it gets cut off. I'm not really worried about it. My focus is the eyes in this general area right here. So we're gonna go with this size first, see what we got to work with, and then I'll show you how I stencil a tattoo.